Welcome back, students. I am Urpita Shah, lecturer of Shyamapatra Das College of Education. In our previous class, we have started a new chapter that is based on motivation, and today I will discuss about the theories of motivation. I will continue the class with one or two theorists, and then in our next class, I will continue the rest of the thing. In our previous class, we have learned the definition of motivation. That is, motivation is derived from the Latin word, and which means which is mover, and which means to move or to energize or to activate. Motivation refers to the way in which urges, derives, desires, aspirations, or needs direct control or explain the behavior of human being. Let's classify the needs of motivation. First, we will classify it as primary needs. Primary needs, also known as physiological, biological, or basic needs. These are animal drives which are essential for survival, such as food, health, education, air. These are all necessary. So this is primary needs. Secondary needs, these are also called as learned or derived needs, such as power, achievement, status, affiliation, and so on. The third category is general needs. General needs is in this category we find that a need must not be learned, but at the same time it's not completely physiological, such as competency, curiosity, affection, and so on. A human being needs all these three types of needs in order to motivate himself or herself. Now we will discuss about the various types of theories. First, we will discuss Abraham Maslow's theory, and he was a psychologist and who studied the positive human qualities and the lives of explanatory people. In 1954, Maslow created the hierarchy of human needs and expressed his theory in his book named Motivation and Personality. Abraham Maslow has given a hierarchy of needs, and that is a pyramidal structure in which he explains how needs can be classified and how we can achieve motivation, so that on the base or on the ground level we find the physiological needs. In it comes the breathing, food, water, sleep, air. Those are all basic needs, and of all human beings, once these basic needs are satisfied, she moves towards the higher level of needs, that is safety needs, such as security of body, of employment, of resources, of morality, of the family, of health, of property. The third level is love or belongingness. In this phase, he tries to find out the intimacy, love of individual. The next level of needs is esteem needs, self-esteem, confidence, achievement, respect of others, respect by others also. Then comes the higher level, that is the self-actualization stage, or self-actualization of needs. In this stage, we find the morality, creativity, spontaneity, problem solving, lack of prejudice, acceptance of facts. This comes under this needs or under this stage. Self-actualization, a person's motivation to reach his or her full potential, as shown in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, must be met before self-actualization can be achieved. So in Maslow's theory, what are the points we need to remember? That is, first one is needs have a certain priority. Second one is, as the basic needs are satisfied, an individual seeks to satisfy the higher needs. Third one is, if the basic needs are not met, efforts to meet higher needs are postponed. That means যদি কোনো জায়গায় বেসিক নিডস আমাদের বা যেই লেভেলের যে নিডস আছে সেগুলি যদি আমরা পর্যাপ্ত পরিমাণে অ্যাচিভ নাও করতে পারছি, তাহলে সেখানে আমরা হায়ারের যে নিডসগুলো আছে সেই ক্ষেত্রে আমরা সমস্ত ব্যাপারটা পর্যায়টাকে আমরা পোস্টপন করে দিই। First, second, third and fourth, and fifth one is, various needs levels are interdependent and overlapping, not distinct levels, so they overlap. There is no distinct level between two levels of need, so these are sometimes these are overlapping with each other. One need not disappear when the other needs appear. Okay. In our next class, I will come with the other theory, and till then, thank you, class.